All right, I'm about to head out to Sedona to set up a glamping tent for a couple who have just bought a piece of land in Sedona, and they want to do this housewarming, kind of a fun weekend. Before their house is built on this property, they want to have a weekend of glamping. So that's where I'm headed to right now. Come along with me and I will show you all the step-by-step on how I get this tent installed and set up for this client. And what's really interesting about this client is that this customer actually found my company on ChatGPT. So if you are wondering, wow, should I do online marketing? How do I get my name out about my business? Now is a better time than ever to get your company online. Start doing keyword searches. Start doing SEO, search engine optimization, so that Google and the search engines can compile all of those keywords and relevant data about your company to be able to be found on ChatGPT, on just regular Google. I think Gemini, Google's AI. There's all these kinds of tools coming together. So every online tool that you can leverage, Instagram, Facebook, Meta, TikTok. All of that data is compiled into the interwebs. And so it's really important now more than ever that you get your company online and start doing search engine optimization so that you can be discovered on the tools like ChatGPT and other AI tools. So let's get started. Let's go up to Sedona and check out the beautiful Red Rock country and set up this glamping tent. Let's go. So I have arrived to the campsite, to the Glamp site, and check out this view. Full 360 Red Rocks with an incredible view out this direction here. Just incredible. So thankful to be able to come out to places like this because of this business. So yeah, this is really awesome. So let's get started on setting things up. Let's get to work.
So the first thing I do, as with any tent, is I get out the stakes, the tent poles, and of course the tent. Now with this one, there was a couple things to keep in mind. There was a lot of rocks around, and so we had to kind of position it in such a way that it would allow for the tent to not be set up on sharp rocks, since I didn't want to really remove them, but also to keep enough space for parking for the guest, and because I think there's multiple cars that were going to be on site, and as well as just making sure they have the best view possible. So, and then after that, we start staking in the ground, but it's Phoenix, so the ground was really tough.
Okay, so quick update. So this is incredibly hard soil, as I expected. So I usually use these stakes like this. These come standard with most glamping tent, canvas bell tents. And so this is what I normally use. But because we live in Phoenix, I've had enough experience to know that you cannot always just rely on these. So what I've done is I've bought these nails. You can get these at any hardware store. So if you're having to puncture stakes into really, really hard ground, you could buy these really long, like 6-inch nails at the hardware store. And then if your tent, and then this is usually, it has like the head on it. Usually that's enough to get around like the eyelet or like the metal ring. But if you have like a D-ring, or just like what I have on my tent, what you can do is you can get a washer and it goes on top and that will secure around that ring to keep it secured in there. But this is just a little pro tip there. If you are puncturing into really hard ground, you get these long nails. They're not as durable and they won't last as long as these, but these will bend in this really hard dirt. So, pro tip.
Well, the more you know. So hopefully that was helpful. I continue on setting in the stakes for the ground sheet. And then after that, I will set up the support pole and the A-frame. Now, one thing that I think might be a helpful tip for you is if you have never set up a bell tent or if you're new to it, to get the best, most supportive pitch on the tent, you want to follow the lines on the tent with the ropes. So there's usually seams on the tent that are for the canvas pieces to be sewn together. You want to create a straight line from those seams through the rope. And this will create a nice shape for the bell tent.
Let's take a look inside and around the glam site and the views that they have. So here again are the views from the backdrop. Let's take a look inside. Breaking ground glamp out. Fully styled queen memory foam bed. They have a propane heater for the cooler evenings. Chairs and luggage racks. And they have some friends coming over that are gonna hang out right here. Maybe get some dinner on the table. And then if they look out They have these beautiful views of Sedona. Does it get any better than this? I don't know if anything's gonna top this.
3 days later.
All right, well, I just wrapped up cleaning up the glamping tent for this client, and it is all loaded back here in the van. I forgot my mattress bags. I was slinging like a dinghy. Kind of a dumb move there, but nonetheless, I got everything packed up and loaded in. I'm gonna go back now and get all of the things dropped off at the laundry and to get cleaned and put all this back into my storage facility and get ready for the next one I got to pick up tomorrow. And yeah, and then in a couple weeks we are going to be traveling over to Minnesota to get ready for our summer season up in the Twin Cities area. So thanks so much for watching. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was interesting to you. If you have any questions about running a mobile camping or glamping business, go ahead and drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. See ya.